Warning, the following podcast contains goodwill, cheer, festive wishes, and maybe some butchering of your native language. We apologise in advance. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas to you all. This is the very, very last podcast of the 12 days of podcasts.
It is, and do you know how you can tell?
How?
Because if you listen very carefully, the music's changed. Yep. Why?
Because Gareth was fed up with traditional music.
Yep. Someone found a dubstep remix, so I was like, that'll do.
Awesome.
Why not? But
Well,
yes.
we're doing this very brief podcast just before we go open our Christmas presents and have our Christmas morning special Christmas breakfast when we go over to my dad's place and he pretends to make waffles
Yeah. Pretends.
and lets me do it afterwards.
Yeah. He'll mix it up and he'll hear someone else do it. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. But yeah, no. And then we get home, open up our presents and do all that kind of stuff. So I have noticed a couple of my presents looking a bit.
Big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm scared. I don't know what that is.
Spoiled rotten this year.
One of them rattles.
What do you mean with one of them rattles? What are you doing under the tree shaking the present?
No. What had happened was that the cat was jumping on the tree. And then so what had happened was that I went to get the cat off, and then the cat scratched me, and she fell in one of the presents, and then she hit the present, it rattled, and then I was like, oh no, so I had to put it back, and it kind of rattled, and it was one of those thingies, and
You look so busted.
I am. Shit.
You sound like my little sister. Every year she'd pick up the presents from under the tree, shake him, well ahead of time, and she'd be like, and she'd go, oh, I know what this is, it's chocolates. And she'd open up his chocolates. Oh, this is clothes, it's clothes. Opens up, oh, it's that book I asked for. God, it was impossible to buy her presents.
See, I'm just like, if I get presents, I get presents. If I don't, I don't. It's like, Christmas, okay, we're brutally honest, as we've said before. Christmas to me doesn't mean much. Like, it doesn't mean much. Like, when I was a kid, yeah, it does. It's cool. But I left home when I was about 17 and went out into the big, wide world of radio. And because I was the single guy that didn't have a family roundabout or anything else like that, I always pulled the breakfast show. So I was asleep at like 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock on Christmas Day. Oh, sorry, Christmas Eve. Everyone's going, oh, hey, whatever. And on Christmas morning, I woke up early just to get to the radio station to do the shows. Pretty much. Same with New Year's Day. That was me normally. So everyone's going, Happy New Year, I'm getting out drunk. I'm like, I'm going to bed at 6 o'clock in the evening. Shut up. So those days don't really mean much to me at the moment. But I'm sure when we have kids, I'll switch into...
Oh, of course you will.
Santa.
For my family, Christmas has a huge meaning. It was the one time of the year that we could guarantee that Dad would be home for Christmas.
Yep.
He was because he travelled for work. Birthdays are important, but Christmas is a huge family day, and like many cultures, everybody tries to get home together for Christmas Day, and we'd have the one present from Santa Claus under the tree for the whole family, and it was the best time of our lives, really. I mean,
Yes.
Christmas is awesome. I love Christmas. This year's a bit sad we don't have our family with us this year, but Christmas is great.
Indeed. And it would have been better Christmas, but we've talked about that before in early podcasts.
No, we don't need
So it's fine. But no, yes, so I just want to quickly say to everyone, thank you so very much for listening to all these podcasts.
Yeah.
If you've managed to listen to them all, you're a legend.
And it's great.
They took a lot of effort, believe it or not, to actually find the prep, write them out, edit it as much as it didn't sound like we actually did. Read them, like it didn't sound like we actually did. And to mix them all together, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, the volume might have been loud in a couple of parts. Yeah, the music might have not sounded right, but
we had a lot of fun doing it.
We had a lot of fun doing it, so I just want to say thank you so very much for listening.
Yes, absolutely.
I really, really hope no matter what you're doing out there, if you're celebrating Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, everything else from all the other countries as well, whatever you're doing, have a great time. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, have a beer or 7 or whatever you want to do, have a bit of a feed, whatever you want. Bex and I might take a little bit of a break from doing podcasts now. We may do one next week for like New Year's or whatever, and then take a little bit more of a break.
Maybe a month while we plan our wedding.
Plan stuff like that or anything. Or even I might just do them, or something that'll be short, whatever. But whatever happens, it's going to happen again. In fact, we will actually do a podcast next week. what we've been talking about for like the last year and what's going to happen in the new year. So
Indeed, that sounds great.
we'll do that. So that's going to be cool. Merry Christmas. Do you want to say anything?
Yeah, before we wrap it up, we were going to discuss our home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Australia and New Zealand's Christmas traditions. Now, there's one thing I need to clear up.
What? Go.
There's one thing I need to clear up. Now, I read a post on the Fox News and America's bloody website. Annoyed me like nothing else you wouldn't believe.
Mm-hmm.
They said that we decorate the Hutakawa trees for Christmas.
No.
That's not true. We have Christmas trees like everybody else. Only the reason that they think that is because the Hutakawa tree is known as the Christmas tree in New Zealand.
Yeah.
It's got nothing to do with decorating it at all.
It blooms near Christmas.
It does indeed, and it's
Yeah.
incredibly beautiful with bright green leaves and bright red flowers.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
But then again, it's also Fox News. So
It is, that's true.
yeah.
That is very true.
Yeah. But anyway, basically, we could sum up the Australian and the New Zealand things into about 4 sentences. Number 1, it's a holiday, you have the time off, you go spend it with your family. Number 2, Santa Claus arrives, gives gifts, and if you're being bad, you get cold. 3, you end up getting way too much food in your belly and way too much alcohol. By the time about 3 o'clock in the afternoon comes around, you're either you're sick from booze, or you've already thrown up 8 times, or you're in bed sleeping. And 4, if you are still awake, whatever, you have a barbecue, and then you go and play a game of cricket or some sort of sport, and then you end up ramming your new RC toy into the car on the road, get it run over, or you lose your frisbee in a tree up above and you can't go down and get it.
Exactly.
That's basically Christmas.
Christmas
4
for New Zealand and
sentences.
Australia.
Done.
We have traditional ham, roast vegetables. Some families have turkey. We don't generally have goose, but we we might have a roast chicken, or we're no different to any other country in the world. The only difference is it's summer.
Indeed. That's all. That's it.
And pavlova.
And Pav, yes.
Oh my god, pavlova.
Okay. Well, that's it for today.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to end it with this cool music, and thank you so very much for listening once again. We'll see you next week, and until then, have a great time, have a fantastic day today.
And have a Merry Christmas.
Give a hug to your mum from me. Go on, give her one. Or your dad, or whoever's nearby. Give her a hug. Be sorted. Done.
Safe tidings and drive sober, please.
See ya.
See ya.